Hi, I'm Mahendra Aritoma from Surabaya, Indonesia. I'm a COVID-19 survivor. I'm not sure yet, by the way, is it too early to claim that I'm a survivor? Because I still have so many things to deal with, like my lung condition is no longer the way it was. But right now I still have to practice my breathing and also my D-dimer score. You may Google it, you may check on any social medias what is D-dimer. You may also contact your physician or your doctor to know what is D-dimer. D-dimer is something that I would say is very harmful for everyone who has this issue. I would like to share about few things that I've been experiencing during my self-isolation or when I eventually had to stay in hospital to cure the illness here. I spent over 14 days, but my oxygen saturation somehow is just getting lower and lower, and also that I cough quite often, so this is something that's not good for me. So I decided to get a room in the hospital, which somehow right now Indonesia is very critical thing. Yes, we're running out of rooms or beds for COVID-19 patients. So actually we seek for help to international. I hope WHO will do something because the number of new patients or the number of the deceased ones is raising from time to time. So how our government here to deal with COVID-19 is really need the world to do a lot of favor. Few things that I would like to share here is for COVID-19 awareness. Far before I eventually exposed and infected by COVID-19 is a doctor told me once that COVID-19 has 1001 faces. I took it, I buy it, I buy that opinion, that explanation I got. But until the moment that I really took part, being part of COVID-19 patients, it's not just words. You combine all things like fever, pains, sore joint, sore throat, anosmia, losing appetite, everything just combined. Except one thing that I'm not, I wasn't experiencing it. I was okay. That I wasn't vomiting. I don't have any problem with my digest. Maybe like once or twice I got problem with my digest, but that's all. But what I heard for other patients that they had to go through a worse situation, worse than me. But I would not say that I'm luckier than them. No. In that thing, yes, perhaps at a certain point I was just as suffering as every other patient, because my symptoms here, my clinical situation here is medium to heavy. So now, first of all, I would like to share about the first of how your body reacts to the viral infection. It's a sore throat. So right now, here in Indonesia, or maybe any place in worldwide, the moment that you have to deal with sore throat, so there's no way that you're gonna get just common flu. It's not gonna happen. Why? Because the virus right now, which is trending, is COVID-19. So you're gonna get COVID-19. if you're lucky, maybe your certain gene, as if I'm not mistaken, it's called SLA, turns you to be no symptoms at all. But you're infected, yes. You're still infectious, but you're not experiencing like fever, coughs, any symptoms that commonly happen to common patients which not lucky enough to have the SLA gene. So, sore throat, that's the first thing. And I was underestimating it, but I thought this is something that's not new for me, because all this time I always have a sore throat. The moment that my body condition is somehow is not fit. But I forgot one thing, that the Delta variant is right now is attacking Indonesia and every worldwide, every country, every nation worldwide. This Delta variant is very aggressive. It's wild and it's contagious, it's easily spreaded, which I believe is no longer about droplets. It's already airborne. So if I do a flashback here, how could I get exposed and infected? I just don't know. Yes, I met people that week, the second week in June. I met people. Two of them claim that they are survivor. But I think it wasn't about them. I got few hunches, by the way, premonition, if I would say, like suddenly that during my conversation, my meeting with a friend here, happened to be a survivor, I got an itchy nose. Yes, very, very itchy. Like something just entered my nose here. And I tried to, of course, to rub it. I tried to get it off my nose. I'm not really sure what was that. So it got worse, and finally I sneezed over and over. And the other thing is, perhaps it got nothing to do at all with my condition eventually, but I just had a Friday praying, and the moment I was about to get out from the mosque, from the masjid, a man said hi, and we got some quite fascinating conversation. He is a very, very old man, 97-year-old, who still rides his motorbike and frequently going to Porong. City of Porong is outside Surabaya, maybe like 2 times or 3 times a week. And yes, surprised me. There's a sad story here. But well, let's get back to some reality here. That the following day I got sore throat, and that day I tried to take lozenges, but got me nothing. Sore throat still there. I coughed a couple of times, and then that's the first day. And the second day of me getting infected is, I know very well that this is viral infection. How come? I got sore joints, pain everywhere in my body, and I start to have a weird headache. This is not just common headache. I know exactly when viral infection got me, because I get dengue fever 6 times for my entire life. 6 times, yes, it's true. And the last time, I don't know if it's a transition of the season that caused me that I have a viral infection that doctor cannot explain, but the doctor healed me. Yes, the doctor healed me through the medication. He just said that according to my blood test result, so he said, okay, this is viral infection. He was really positive about it. So he gave me medicine and I took it and got healed. But what was that doctor? He just said that this is viral infection. Is it dengue fever? No, it's not dengue fever. Perhaps that's the first of COVID-19, but still quite be able to get tamed by medics. So about the second day here, I got infected. I started having problem with my body. I decided to get an antigen test, and the result is positive. So I checked my local organization that under the government what should do next. And the moment that I told my family that I need them to be aware, so there were 15 persons in a cluster that because on that day I got sore throat. We went for vacation. So everyone here, with the 15 people, decided to get PCR test. And then 4 of us results are positive. But you know what? As I told earlier, as I mentioned earlier, this Delta variant is aggressive. It just easily spread to others that's supposed to be negative. And then eventually there were 8 of us who got infected. There are 4 of us which having medium to heavy symptoms. And 2 of us, me and my sister, had to stay at the hospital for our sake. And then the other thing is here that for 7 days in hospital, I had to witness 5 people pass away. I was okay. I mean, I was calm. That wasn't okay. I'm sorry, but I was calm because I know that it's gonna be something new. Yes, I spent times in hospital. A couple of times I had to stay in hospital by accident, by a traffic accident, by dengue fever, etc., etc. But this time, it's not a treatment that I'm gonna get the way I once got. So, yes, I remember it very well. Okay, the door of my room is open all the time. So, it means that the air should be like moving and flowing all the time. It's a must because it's somehow it's already written on rules and regulations about dealing with COVID-19 patients and how the hospital should have to apply it. I heard patients were moaning, screaming, asking for help. And then the moment that, wow, why that lady is so calm now, so silent, it's because he already passed away. So certain nurses which have duty to take the body of that COVID-19 patient just move exactly in front of my room and I can see it. Okay, she's taking the lady. And then the following day, another one passed away. Total 5 patients passed away during my stay in hospital. Yes, I know that I could be one of them. I'm not sure if I say that I'm lucky. When we ask, we pray to God about, please, God save us somehow. What if God also save the disease, COVID-19 patients, by taking them? Okay. One more thing about me losing appetite. I wasn't experiencing or like having food and it's tasteless. No, that's what I heard. No, it didn't happen to me. What happened to me was everything that salty, sour, or savory, when it enters my mouth, it tastes like maybe multiplied. Very, very salty, very, very sour, very, very savory. Can you imagine? You're not fit, you don't feel well, and you have to eat food with taste like that. So, for 14 days, yes, I know I have problem with eating. It's been like it's giving my wife a hard time. I'm really sorry for her. But the moment that I entered hospital, stay in hospital, I committed myself that I'm gonna eat a lot here. Because why? I'm not sure why I don't do a check to or Google it. Why everyone that knowing me being sick of COVID-19, they all have the same idea, same suggestion, same advice, like eat a lot, eat a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna eat a lot the moment that I stay in hospital. So having meal 3 times a day, I finished them. Oh yes, I left nothing on my plate. But then I wonder that when somehow I touch my belly, I kind of like losing this, the fat is supposed to be there all the time. Okay, I think I'm losing weight, yes. But the moment that I'm off hospital, get back home, and by the way, the hospital is another city of Surabaya because there's no more rooms or beds in any hospitals in Surabaya. So my sister helped me out by having some order to the hospital in Pasuruan to spare a room for me. So I got a room. And to get there, I had to go by myself because I don't want to infect anyone. I could go by ambulance, but wow, is ambulance too attractive? I don't want to make people in my neighborhoods just having hard times because an ambulance coming to my home and take me to hospital is gonna be some big issue, and I don't want it. I don't want it at all. So I drove my car, go to Pasuruan, and the moment I have to get off from hospital, I drove by myself back to Surabaya. So the moment that I'm back to Surabaya, reach home, I check my weight. I lost 10 kilograms. 10 kilograms. And I feel like it's not just losing fat, I also lose muscles that I tried to build all this time. Triceps, my biceps, everything, my chest. I'm gonna show you a video that before I got sick, that how I'm a little bit like having how you call it, addiction to exercise, to fitness. And then the video also, one day after I got home, see the difference here. I'm so skinny. I try to gain weight, and right now maybe I already like 2 kilograms heavier. I don't know why I lost 10 kilograms here. Not really sure. Maybe my metabolism somehow also interrupted, because why? I remember COVID-19 has 1001 phases, also 1001 effects, 1001 impacts, 1001 problems to cause. And back to when I was getting up from hospital, that I had to leave the hospital as soon as possible because my PCR was already negative. But I told the nurse, I told the doctor that I still have problem with my breathing. They said that you have to deal with it later. You have to take care of it right after this, but you have to get up from hospital. Why? People first, maybe people right now is taking lines to fill your room and other things, that it's good, it's better for me to not to get infected again. Okay, I got it. So I was off. I left the hospital as soon as possible, the moment that they're okay for me to go. Well, I guess that's all. What else? Yes, I still have a problem to breathe, that I need an oxygen. I need an oxygen tank. They are beside me all the time. But I think for this, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, the last time that I did a refill to the oxygen tank, that I kind of save it. Yes, I'd rather to practice my breathing and to do the prone position, and I already do very light exercise, like having a walk for 1 block, and then do very short repetition of lunge and squat. Yes, I want to get all the muscles on my thighs and my calf back, and it's gonna be a long road. And along with that thing is I want to practice my lung. Doctor said that my lung now is a new one, and something that's not favorable for me to describe, to define what is new. Well, I do my best here to get my old lung. And about the timer, I haven't checked it. Okay, by the way, I know that the medicine that I got from hospital is not plenty enough for a long days for me to get healed 100%. So I combine it with herbs by suggestion by trusted sources. Please be aware of this. You just don't take herbs. You just don't take medicine. So you better do check and recheck about taking things, including even food. Yes. So once again, was good quote I got from Dwayne Johnson. I hope it's true from Dwayne Johnson. It's better rest at home than rest in peace. Yes, that's correct. I mean, we don't do lockdown here. restaurants, cafe are still open. People hang out there. People gather to have a meal or just hang out, just like a business chat, business discussion. And when they actually have problem to speak, to talk with the face mask on, and they decided to lowering it. That's the moment the COVID-19 virus got them, got me. I remember that. That's what I do. That's what I did. Because that, I would say that I was one of the first group, I think if there were group of COVID-19 patients with Delta variant. So, thank you for watching. Take care, peace, love yourself first, because that would help everyone, your beloved ones, to stay healthy, to stay alive. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, have a good night.